All right, we are back with another episode of Toys I Wanted as a Child, the Christmas edition. So, these are toys from Christmas past that I was talking about. Now, not all of these on this table are toys from Christmas past. This is kind of modern, and I think, well, this can't see it in the frame, but this is modern as well. But there's a reason for that. So, around 1982, these were two different gifts that I received, one from my parents and one from my grandmother. So we will start with the one from my grandmother. Now, as I said in the previous video, my cousin and I, we always got the same stuff. Okay. And around 1982, Tron was out, a movie by Disney. That was ahead of its time, actually, and told the story of Tron and Finn as they went inside the mainframe of a game, technically. And I just watched it again the other day, or started to watch it in the evening. Fell asleep because I'm old, but it still holds up. I still love it, and I know that there's been multiple sequels, but this particular Christmas, my cousin and I received the whole set. Well, at least what I thought was the whole set. Um, and that was this cycle, which is so awesome and still awesome. I mean, this is from 1982. Um, you would open it up like that and take a figure and put it inside. I mean, they were just the most fun toys to play with. Shove him down in there, maybe. It's been a long time since he's been in here, but and then he would close it up. It might take me a while to get that in there, but anyhow, he would. All right, we're going to take him out of there, but you would take it, close it up. All right, and then see this ripcord right here, similar to Evel Knievel. It was friction, and you would do this, and it would run by itself, which was awesome because then you could put bikes side by side like this and race them just like in the movie. But when we got these, it happened to be a Christmas when it wasn't very snowy or cold out, and I can remember on my grandmother's street, like the streets were barren because it was Christmas Eve, so there was no one out, and the street lights were all on, and the roads were shiny because it must have rained, but we ended up putting these bikes and racing them, my cousin Jason and I, and it was the greatest thing ever. And as far as I can remember, it was just these figures, Finn and Tron and Sark, which was the bad guy, and then I think this guy was called the Warrior, and he was just one of the guards. And they came with these glow in the dark, which were awesome. These glow in the dark discs, similar to the ones that are on these more modern figures. This disc you can see back here, but those discs were lost long ago, and they're extremely expensive now. So I don't know that I'll ever have them again. But these are some figures by Disney, I think, made these. Tomy made these original, which they just made some really awesome toys from Japan. And this is something that I bought recently at a comic book store, but it's a throwback to the retro. And you can see they even have the glowing discs, which I've debated on taking it out of this box because it doesn't display well because it won't fit on my shelves. So that was one Christmas. It was the same Christmas. And also, during this time, there was a little television show called The A-Team. All right. And in The A-Team, the only reason, I mean, let's be honest, when we were kids that we watched it was for M.I.P.T. I pity the fool, Mr. T, which was just like he was larger than life. And the reason I brought some of this other stuff out of here is because he had everything. He had the A-Team show, a cartoon. He had breakfast cereal. he was doing pro wrestling, which was right in the time when that we were all into pro wrestling. So he and Hogan, and it was after he did the Rocky film, which was around 82, 83. So he played Clubber Lang in that. Hey woman, why don't you get with a real man? Anyway, but that was the Clubber Lang figure, which was pretty awesome. Likeness wasn't as good as the Galoob. I think who made this? I can't remember. I did know who made these toys, but there was Rocky and Thunderlips. And ironically, the original one that I had was Apollo, and I can't find Apollo. I don't know what I did with it. I found one boxing glove, but it was from when I was a child, and I know that I have it. I just don't know where it is. But anyway, so none of these did I get on Christmas, but I was just showing some of the different things. Mr. T Bank, which is really cool. And my original is right here, which is hilarious because it is missing so many things. It's got Buck Rogers pants that I cut to put on there whenever I was a kid. I do have the original belt. His chains, his gold chains, they are in pieces. There's the belt. And so I don't have that, but somewhere I do have the coveralls. But I do have a bracelet, a gold bracelet too, that I think I took off because I was trying. Here's one on here, but so it was just so awesome. And I remember getting this, and it was a 12-inch figure, so I didn't have a whole lot of 12. I mean, a lot of the things that I had were, especially back then, it was like Star Wars, and it was these size, 3 and 3/4 inch. So I took out an old G.I. Joe, fuzzy hair G.I. Joe, that was a hand-me-down to me, and that's who Mr. T was fighting. That was the bad guy. And I can remember playing behind my dad's chair with this Mr. T, which is awesome. So this is the one that I got for Christmas, but I have to show one more because this is incredible. And I don't even know that I remember this. Maybe I do. Oh, and then there was A-Team. They had 3 3/4 A-Team figures. I didn't have this. This is one that I got after the fact. And then they had one that was, I think it was like 6 inches. And I have it somewhere. This is the belt to it. But the funny thing about that one is that in my grandmother's house, I would go there and she would take me to the store. And even back then I had a love for toys, and she knew that I would pick out good toys, even for other folks, which was really hard for me to do when I was ready to leave my grandmother's house. So she would say, pick a toy out for yourself and pick a toy out for when other kids come so they have something to play with. And I remember I picked out that Mr. T, and I played with it, and I wanted to take it whenever I left, and she's like, you're not taking it. And the funny thing is I don't remember what toy I got that day, but I know that I wanted that Mr. T really badly. And she was like, you're not taking it. You're leaving it here for the other kids. So that was pretty funny. And I do have one like that somewhere, but I got to get these together. I got to rotate. There was a guy that told me that with this collection, he's like, I just rotate stuff out, which is what I'm going to start doing because I just don't have the space to display everything and I want to look at it. So anyway, but this Mr. T, this is the last thing that I'll show. And it came out at the same time. And like I said, this is the one that I got, but this was the talking Mr. T. And he still works a little bit. Hold on. I get a little nervous pulling it.
Always listen to your parents.
Always listen to your parents.
Always listen to your parents. Always listen to your parents.
Now he's kind of stuck on that track. But wait, I know there's more because...
Murdoch, you're crazy.
Murdoch, you're crazy. And that was Murdoch from the A-Team. And this was made by Galoob as well.
Always listen to your parents.
But anyway, so that's Mr. T. And and actually still today, I mean, like Greenlight makes these retro looking. I'll get the glare off of there. It's BA's van, and he never wanted to fly. Don't make me fly. Don't you make me fly, Murdoch, Hannibal. And they would drug him, which is just, I mean, you think about that nowadays. But they would knock him out and then put him on a plane. But these were toys of Christmas past that were from 1982-ish. And this has been toys I wanted as a child, toys of Christmas past. I hope you enjoyed it. It's always a fun little walk down memory lane when I pull these things out and guilty as charged with the stories. No, anyway, no, I enjoy doing it, and I hope you enjoy it. Until next time, I pity the fool.